24.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the New York Giants. Alongside my partner Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They come in... Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. The Commanders' offense set to go to work, and they're led by the veteran who's bounced around a bit in season number 8 now. It's Jacoby Brissett.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on speed other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
The numbers in last week's bowl game for Robinson, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers, because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Short throw here to the tight end Bates. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Brissett. And that is incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And he is, without any question at all, the focal point of this offense. Had an unbelievable game running the football last time out. And we're not just talking about little scampers here and there for 5 or 10 yards. We're talking about big, long, explosive, field-flipping runs. And that's something this defense is well aware of.
No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Boy, nearly intercepted right away. The Giants at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. They're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6.
And they were able to tough it out last week. A close 1-score game. And those are the kind of wins that pull you together as a team, because everyone gains confidence and they feel like they can continue to get better.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I go right at them with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that will lead to a 3rd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
3 tight ends up front here, 3rd and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep him out of the end zone, and now it's 4th down.
I'm looking down from our booth. You can tell this crowd wants him to go for it right now.
And believe me, he knows it, and he's weighing that through his head right now, actually trying to filter that out because this needs to be a cold decision by him. Not influenced by the crowd, not influenced by outside factors. Does he believe in his team enough to go for it right here? I think he's going to reward the crowd and do it.
And if he doesn't get it, they have to go the full length of the field. And we'll see.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line.
Well, both teams practice this situation. And this time, the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave him some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed them off with that run.
So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Brissett. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Throwing. Brissett. This to McLaurin out on the left side. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Returnable here from the 38. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Here's a 2nd and 7 on the move to his left. And he's got room. And he'll go down at the 28. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Brandon, you know more about quarterbacks protecting themselves, but I have to admit it. I liked what I just saw there. That rookie wasn't afraid of absorbing a big hit. Now, you don't want to see him taking those shots all game long, but he picked up the 1st down, kept fighting for yards, and was willing to embrace some contact to keep the play moving.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. A great play there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Giants post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Brian Dable dialing up a play call here as they will go for 2. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he will get in to make it 8-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. And the Washington offense heading out
They'll be searching to dent the scoreboard for the first time. Now down 8-0 as they begin with a 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Robinson. There he goes, right side. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. From the gun, here's Brissett. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now Brissett. That one complete out to Dotson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And that will keep the lead at 8.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. 8-0 our score with 2 minutes left in the 2nd quarter. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Back to throw here. Steps away to his left. This is caught inside the 15. A gain there of 30 big ones. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal.
Ready?
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Flushed out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Giants go up by 2 touchdowns.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You've got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking, nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates, I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown. I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Not sure what happened out there, but looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Hey, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right, they did something to disrupt that timing.
He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Hitting Samuel on the slant. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Fair to say, it hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Brissett to throw on first. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch them close to the spot.
Badgley's kick is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Come on, baby. We got to do our job. We got to do our job.
So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis. And it's the Browns who have the lead late in the first half. 2 touchdown passes there for Deshaun Watson. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Khalil Shakir, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore and check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Lions. Odell Beckham, a touchdown reception. Both teams making their final adjustments for the second half to come. And to bring the action your way, we go back to MetLife Stadium and Brandon Gott.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, That'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Ready?
He'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left.
This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get him into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Ready?
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a fourth down.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Buying time to his left. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. But being just short of midfield, they at it on fourth down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now.
44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. From the 44-yard line, here's second down and 3.
Go! Go!
Second down and a run by Robinson.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Brissett now.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter and the entire fourth remaining. So, stranger things have happened.
The throw over the middle taken in. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
Second and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So this defense, Charles, quite a performance. Not working on a shutout, but they have still yet to give up a touchdown as they come up with the interception there.
Well, we've seen this from them before because you can move the ball on them through the middle of the field, but once you get into the red zone,
there he goes left side. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Certainly a rarity for all but an elite couple of quarterbacks in this league to have a 100-yard day on the ground. Heck, even running backs don't hit the mark as often as they used to. Nice to see them keep calling his number once they saw he was in line for a special game.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Oh, yes, this is what the good ones do. He used his legs to buy a little bit more time rolling to his left, and at one point, he flipped the switch from passer to runner, and he got a pretty good gain out of it.
Ready?
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down.
And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the... Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Here's Brissett. Short throw there, caught by Thomas. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
Defense.
The Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
A first down throw for Brissett. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Under pressure, they got him again. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. It's 3rd and long for Brissett. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Montez Sweat able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Kudos for the defense for me on that one, because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down.
Defense.
Well, trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
Escaping the pressure right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Daniel Bellinger, the intended target that time. But now it'll be 3rd down.
Ready.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Chase Young in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. And thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Brissett on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 1st down, Brissett. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
Here's Brissett. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Brissett. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Now Brissett on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So with that, we can just...
Ready.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. Now the Commanders going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
Let's go now.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs. Now Brissett. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Here comes 2nd down. Here's Brissett.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
Brissett. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Kind of a strange ball game, Charles. We did not have a single point by either team after half. Really a defensive clinic by both sides in half number 2.
Wasn't that just beautiful to watch? Come on, man. Come over to the dark side with me. Wasn't that fun to see these defenses holding sway, right? Making sure they're controlling the game in the second half. It lets you know that you've got to score points when you can. You never know when offenses might go a little bit dry, and you need those points from earlier.
So for the Jets, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the New York Jets come to town.
Meanwhile, for the Commanders, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.